What's up everyone, welcome to Dangerville. If you didn't know, there are two Godzilla x Kong The New Empire prequels in the works right now, coming in the form of two brand new MonsterVerse graphic novels. So we got a brand new Godzilla x Kong trailer to talk about, but it's probably not exactly what you were thinking. We have the official reveal of two brand new MonsterVerse stories that will be prequels to The New Empire film coming out in April of next year. Godzilla x Kong The Hunted, and MonsterVerse Declassified. Now all of this was revealed in another Kickstarter project that Legendary is trying to do, and we're going to talk about all of that later on in the video, but I know exactly what you want to hear about first, and that's of course the new trailer, because there's a whole bunch of new lore coming in these comics, and I think if you've been waiting for more true MonsterVerse content, these comics are just, they're going to come out right after the Monarch Legacy of Monsters TV show, and I think it's just going to connect everything, and if you've been wanting lore, I think it's coming, everyone. They also gave us a little short synopsis for the two comic stories, so stay tuned for that. But now to the trailer. We instantly get what I consider an amazing shot, and that's Kong doing what he does best, just vibing there on top of the mountain, taking in the views of the Hollow Earth, and we finally get a nice, good shot of the Hollow Earth here. This is something that we've seen a little bit in Godzilla vs. Kong, but we never really got that nice, open Kong, observing the land. And so, in this comic, we're gonna get a lot of Kong doing his thing, he's finally in a place that can sustain him. He's not on the tiny little Skull Island anymore. So we're gonna see Kong in probably his truest, most ultimate form, and I can't wait. We then quickly get a reminder that Godzilla is indeed in this story, and there's more on him later on, so stay tuned. Kong just looks amazing here walking up to the waterfalls. Here's a quick shot of what could be the lead human character in this story, and we'll talk more about him when we get to the synopsis. This next shot you're gonna love. I know how much you guys love the monsters of Skull Island, specifically the ones from the MonsterVerse, and I guess we're gonna get this nice little display room, kind of like a trophy room of sorts, of some local wildlife from Skull Island. Of course, we got the Skur Buffalo, the Mother Longlegs, the Spore Mantis, the Psycho Vulture. I believe that's a Leafwing. There's some eggs down there in the back, and a couple other ones that I'm not quite sure what they are. First off, there's this thing. I can't even tell what that is. What do you think it is? And then there in the back, we see some creature's head mounted on the wall. And now that looks like the Hellhawks from the Hollow Earth, I think. Now, I know everyone likes to skim past the humans in any sort of MonsterVerse story or kaiju thing in general, but look at this guy right here. So, first off, do you notice it? Do you notice what I'm about to talk to you guys about? Alright, if you haven't already, well look, he's got a left robot, like Star Wars prosthetic arm. That thing is full-on sci-fi, and that's crazy. That means we're getting some intense potential technology in the future of the MonsterVerse, because remember, this takes place after Godzilla vs. Kong, but before the New Empire. So, this guy's going down there, or at least this is one of the people going down to the Hollow Earth, or wanting to, and he's apparently, he's lost an arm during his hunting travels, of course, against the monsters of Skull Island. That's expected, so crazy technology, but I figured that was worth pointing out because, they got full-on Anakin Skywalker arms now, apparently, in the MonsterVerse. So, if you didn't want sci-fi, sorry, but hopefully it comes across cool and not cheesy, right? Now, I have no idea what this thing is. They didn't give any information on it, but they clearly wanted us to see that, well, there's gonna be a new opponent, and it looks freaking wild. It looks definitely more alien than a lot of the other creatures that we've seen in the MonsterVerse. It does have a sort of mammalian, sort of cat-like quality to it. Looks very cool, and it looks deadly. Now, it is smaller than Kong, but hey man, you get that house cat and it starts freaking out on you, that thing is gonna whoop your ass. So the size doesn't really matter in this regard. But this is Kong, and he could handle most things not called Godzilla. Now, from what we get in the trailer, I can't tell if this monster is going to be a destroyer titan or not, or maybe it's just a little misunderstood, right? Regardless, it's very clear that this hunter guy or some organization is attempting to capture, or maybe even kill this creature, judging off of this picture right here. Now, that is pretty violent looking. It looks like it's being speared with some sort of futuristic electric net sort of devices, so that's pretty cool. Tell me what you think's going on here. It almost looks like it's being held in like an electrical stasis, like a little force field around it. Some crazy technology coming to the MonsterVerse. Alright, next we get a few shots of Godzilla doing what he does best, swimming around looking mighty and heroic. Another great shot of Kong in the Hollow Earth, and then a little montage of our two MonsterVerse heroes. And then the trailer jumps to the next comic coming out, and that of course is MonsterVerse Declassified. And right from the get-go, they try to get you right in the feels, right in the nostalgia, right? So we got Behemoth, Tiamat, and of course, everyone's favorite, Doug. Look at that beautiful boy. The trailer then shows what's clearly confirmation that Gamera is going to be in the MonsterVerse. Just kidding, but that's clearly a turtle skull, I would imagine. It definitely looks like one. And look at that, we're gonna get some very cool looking human monarch, soldier, mercenary people walking around with their very cool looking guns, probably about to get killed. There's Tiamat attacking a ship or something. The monarch agents doing their best G.I. Joe thing. Here's a surprise monster, Amulek, and he's looking a little better. I like this take on Amulek more than the one that we got in Godzilla Dominion. I think it's because he looks a little bit more meatheady here. He's got those big old biceps and triceps. Damn, good lord, Amulek. Been getting swole. And then we got some people in a submarine probably. And the trailer ends there. So now let's talk about their individual synopsis. Let's start with the hunted. It reads, a Twisted Skull Island trophy hunter baits his trap and sets his sights on the biggest game of all deep within the Hollow Earth. I wonder who that is. A Twisted Skull Island trophy hunter baits his trap and sets his sights on the biggest game of all deep within the Hollow Earth. In the official prequel graphic novel to the upcoming film Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. So that confirms that the hunter guy that we talked about during the trailer is indeed a little crazy. He definitely doesn't care about the animals he's killing. He's not an ethical hunter at all. He's just a trophy hunter wanting to kill things and put it on his wall. So we're not gonna like him, I don't think. We'll enjoy when he gets killed eventually in this story, right? But it's definitely a cool idea. It reminds me of the guys from the Godzilla animated series from that one episode with the giant mutated rats. I don't know if you remember that or not, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Cool little shout out to that maybe, if they've watched that series or not. I don't know, but it's cool. I like that idea. I think it's a good topic for a human character, you know, in a MonsterVerse story. And I imagine that the biggest game of all that they mentioned was Kong. I doubt they're gonna talk about any new monster. It just makes sense that it would be Kong, right? Because, you know, as far as humanity goes, the biggest trophy of all in the Hollow Earth that they know about would be Kong, right? Whether or not he's trying to capture or kill that cat-like titan that we've seen in the trailer, he may be using that to lure in Kong. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna get a lot of Hollow Earth action in that new Hunted series. I'm excited to read more on that. Let's move on to MonsterVerse Declassified. Discover the legends of 4 fan-favorite titans, Doug, Behemoth, and Tiamat, plus 1 to-be-revealed titan. Join Bernie Hayes as he takes readers down the rabbit hole to reveal classified monarch secrets and ancient monster myths in the first ever MonsterVerse anthology. If you're a lore fanatic of the MonsterVerse like myself, that sounds very nice, doesn't it? And of course they go and say plus 1 to-be-revealed titan, but they also say 4 fan-favorite titans, and of course Doug, Behemoth, and Tiamat, that's 3. So there's another one that we already love, that's the one that's going to be revealed. So it's not a new one, it's one that we already love. I don't know what that means. Your guess is as good as mine, so now's the chance to go down in the comments and take your attempt at who this other fan favorite is, and well, I guess if you're right, you can go back to this comment and be like, hey, I'm smart or something. I'm excited to see the origins of Doug, Behemoth, and Tiamat. Whoever the other one is, my guess is Mothra. I'll let you guys go to the Kickstarter and kind of read it all for yourselves after this if you want to, but it's crazy right now. We're trying to keep up with it, so if the videos come out a little later than the news drops, you know, our bad, but we're working on it to get them out as quick as possible. I hope you all enjoyed this kind of more free-form, less scripted video. I just wanted to talk about this with you guys, so until next time, you have a good day. This is Jacob, and peace out.